Hello, I'm Arun Malhotra and I will take you through the figures of the auto industry for the calendar year 2022 and also for the month of December, and behind the figures what are the key trends which have emerged and also the shape of things to come. If I take the auto industry and I take the two-wheeler and four-wheeler industry, I would use a Charles Dickens quote, it was a tale of two cities. The best of times for four-wheelers and probably not the best of times for two-wheelers. As far as four-wheelers was concerned, four-wheelers passenger, this was a great year. In the calendar year 2022, a record number of 3.8 million vehicles were sold, which is a growth of about 22% over the last year. But what is unique is that this is the highest figure, over 14% more than 2018. So obviously things are going great for the four-wheeler passenger industry. Two key trends. Vehicles above 10 lakhs are contributing now more than 45% of sales, and similarly also SUVs have a contribution of around 45%, which means the ticket size value is really going up. Now looking at four-wheeler industry in the month of December, December was clearly a month where the objective of the industry was to maximize retails, bring down factory stock, dealer stock so that it can start newer with a fresh mind. And there were a lot of consumer schemes also rolled in for models which are not moving very well. So when we look at the figures, there are three figures which come out in the four-wheeler industry. And there is a lot of confusion on this count. If you look at the passenger vehicle dispatch from company to dealers, it's 2.75 lakhs. If you look at Vahan, which is the retail data, that is also 2.75 lakhs. But if you look at the industry spokesman, they are talking of that this has been the best month for retails of 4.1 lakh. So what is the reason between the difference of this 2.75, 2.75, 4.1? One, clearly a lot of sales has happened in the last 5 days of the month, and which has not been captured by the Vahan data, which will get captured in the first 10 days. And a lot of people wanted to take the model, but vehicle they wanted to get registered in the next year. So that explains it. But the positive part is the inventory of the dealers is all-time low. It's not more than 1 lakh across the network. So the great time for four-wheelers is concerned. As far as two-wheelers is concerned, not a great year. Figures are 15.2 million. There's a growth of 8 to 9% over the previous year. But if you look at the figure what was achieved in 2018, it was to the tune of 20 million. That means the two-wheeler industry is still down by more than 20% over the previous figure. So clearly, and this is a challenging times. And even if we add the electric vehicle sales of two-wheelers, that still the figure doesn't change dramatically. So when we look at two-wheeler industry, the momentum of the festival season, which was going very strong in October, November, and to some extent in September, didn't show in December. December's wholesales was hardly 10 lakhs, and retails in Vahan data will not be more than 10 to 11 lakhs. So clearly, there's a challenging year, and as you go up. And what are the reasons for this? The reasons clearly is that the entry-level vehicle prices have shot up by 50% in the last 3 years. Maybe due to emissions, maybe regulations, maybe insurance, and that market is impacted very badly. And that is the reason why the two-wheeler sales are not doing well up. Also, rural demand, which was a key growth driver of two-wheeler sales, is not holding very strong. So clearly, two-wheeler sales has a challenge. And last but not the least, the excitement of new models launches has not been too high as far as the IC engine two-wheelers is concerned. Let's look at the EV scenario. As far as the EV is concerned, if you look at passenger vehicles, the volume is still less than 1.5% of the industry. But the positive part is a lot of companies have plans to bring models in the next few months, so probably this will rise dramatically. The two-wheeler momentum definitely is strong as far as EV is concerned. The calendar year 2022, the sale was 6 lakhs. The previous year was hardly 1.6 lakhs. So a growth of virtually 4 times. But having said that, one should look at one fact that in October, November, December, the sales have more or less stagnated, figure of 70, 80,000. It was 65,000 in December. And there was a lot of waiting happening in electric two-wheelers. Today, products are more easily available. So let's look at the tailwinds of the EV two-wheeler industry, because that's where the most action is. What are the positives? The one big positive is that now we have about 8 to 9 serious players in the EV two-wheelers, which makes the activity, the excitement, the models clearly growing. The ecosystem of auto ancillary is also gaining momentum, and customers, the concerns of customers of the 4 Rs, reach, range, right price, resale value, reassurance, is now dwindling apart. So the confidence of the customer is high on EV. The wait and watch is just not there. But that is as far as the positives are concerned. Let's look at the challenges of the EV two-wheeler industry. So the big challenge is that there's a lot of subsidy which is riding into the pricing of the EV two-wheelers. The subsidy is in terms of the FAME 2 policy, the subsidy in terms of state government, the subsidy in terms of the registration road tax being there. So if the subsidy goes out, and it has started going out in some states like Tamil Nadu removing the subsidies, will the price value equation of electric vehicles be good? And second is the prices of lithium have gone up internationally, which adds to the cost of the vehicle. And there are a lot of regulatory norms in terms of battery which are being introduced by the government, which will increase prices of electric two-wheelers. So these are things to wait and watch. Although the positives is the production linked incentive, a lot of new technology coming in, the advanced cell chemistry, a lot of work going on, but these are the areas which is going. Commercial vehicles, it has improved a lot, and there's a lot of noise that it's being doing very well, but still, if I took it from the 2018 and 19 figures, it is still a lot to catch up. But having said that, across the range, with the small commercial vehicles, medium commercial vehicles, heavy commercial vehicles are on a positive momentum and should do better at the coming times. The big flagship event of the auto industry is the Auto Expo, which is happening after 3 years and which is just around the corner. 2-3 interesting things is that the two-wheeler IC engines main manufacturers are giving this Auto Expo a completely miss. So if you're looking at the big two-wheeler EV two-wheeler players, they will not be there. On passenger vehicles also 2-3 manufacturers are not there, but still a large proportion are there. So there'll be a lot of time to look at the new technologies which have emerged, the new model launches which happened, and side by side is also the component manufacturing fair which is held. So there'll be more excitement as far as that is concerned. Let's look at the road ahead. And the road ahead, there are a lot of norms, regulatory policies which are coming in. You have the real-time drive emissions which are coming in vehicles, whether in two-wheelers and four-wheelers, the on-board diagnostics which is being introduced, the 6 airbags which is around the corner, and the CAFE 2 norms for which the results will come, and companies which don't meet it will have to pay a fine on it. So clearly these are challenging times. The four-wheel industry is starting from a very good base of 3.8 million. So probably the growth could be about 8 to 10%, but two-wheelers, the growth has to be very, very substantial if it has come back to its winning ways. That's the way we look at it. And so 2023 has a lot of challenges. The economy is good, but a lot of other cost pressures will be there, and the economic environment, whether domestically, internationally, will have a big role to play. But we are here for exciting times, and I'll be with you in the coming months to take stock of it. Thank you.